Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavatveshinim. Oh, Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showering the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Now, Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa-chanura Mardanam Devakim Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. O son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki. O Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. And yesterday, Sri Krishna, having told Arjuna and told us about how this karma is basically the main reason for this creation of entire life cycle. Because of karma, the rituals like yajña, the sacrifices, the aspects of giving up attitude of the human beings, it comes into effect. And because of this yajna, it results in giving us the rains. The rains in turn, they help us in producing the crops and the food, and the food having created, it leads to bringing up of the living beings, the creatures, the bhutani, annad bhavati bhutani. And this kind of cycle comes into effect because of karma. Now, from where this karma comes? This doubt anybody may have. So, without anybody's raising that doubt, from where this karma comes, Sri Krishna addresses this particular point in the 15th Shloka of the Karma Yoga of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The Shloka reads like this: Karma brahmodbhavaṁ viddhi brahmākṣhara-samudbhavam tasmāt sarva-gataṁ brahma nityaṁ yajñe pratiṣhṭhitam. Now, from where this karma comes into picture? Because of karma, there is performance of rituals and austerities like yajna, and because of all those austerities, because of sacrifices and the giving up tendencies, it results in formation, the coming down of rains from the cloud. Then as a result of rains, we can cultivate the crops, we get food, and now the food has come, so come into being all the living beings, all the bhutani. Now Krishna says, Karma brahmodbhavam viddhi. Karma is action. Brahmodbhavam. Brahmodbhavam is Brahma udbhavam, arising from the Brahman, the ultimate reality, one without second. Karma arises from Brahman. Viddhi, no. brahmākṣhara-samudbhavam, no, verily, no for sure that Brahman has arisen, has come out from Akshara, the imperishable. It has This karma, in fact, has come up from the imperishable akshara, one without second, indivisible, imperishable, always the eternally permanent entity of Brahman. The karma has come. Tasmāt sarva-gataṁ brahma. Tasmāt is therefore sarva-gataṁ, all-pervading. This Brahman, Brahma, all-pervading Brahma, nityaṁ yajñe pratiṣhṭhitam. Therefore, this Brahma being all-pervading, this the imperishable being all-pervading, always be engaged in the karma. Ever we remain centered in the karma. Yajñe pratiṣhṭhitam, firmly get established in performing this yajna, this sacrifice, this giving up. Constantly keep on doing it. Now, know that karma to have risen from the Veda. Veda is the ultimate authority as far as the word is concerned. Here akshara can be imperishable akshara as well as the word. The word has come from the Veda. Akshara, word. Words ultimately they have. Vedas is the ultimate authority as far as the word is concerned. The word of God, the word of the Lord, the word of the Divine Mother. Vedas are the ultimate authority as far as the word is concerned. So Krishna says, know that karma to have risen from the Vedas, from that Akshara Brahma, from that imperishable Brahma, the Vedas have come forth. The Vedas have come from the imperishable. The Vedas, the ultimate authority as far as any rituals, any ethics, any moral sciences are concerned. Vedas are the ultimate authority. Everything is there in those Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharva Veda, and which is the fourth one? Rigveda, of course. Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharva Veda. Entire science and arts and whatever knowledge is there, that knowledge is there in the Vedas. And from whom the Vedas have come? Brahman has given these Vedas. That is the ultimate word. So therefore, know that karma to have risen from the Veda from the imperishable Akshara Brahman, the all-pervading Veda is therefore ever centered in the Yajna. So the ultimate knowledge, the ultimate the word is ever centered in the self, in the sacrifice, in the self-sacrifice, in the attitude of giving up. So that is what the yajna is, and that is how karma has come from Vedas. And Vedas tell us, you do this, don't do that. Perform this sacrifice. Perform your karma with the attitude of non-attachment. That is the teaching of the Vedas. And therefore, this karma having come from the Vedas and Vedas from the Akshara Brahman, the ultimate advice, ultimate teaching is, the teaching of the Vedas is, remain ever centered in the yajna. Always be fixed in the giving attitude. The phenomena Jagat constituted of three gunas is known as the Brahma or the Vedas. Whatever is there included with sattva, rajas, tamas, as created under the manifestation of Prakriti. Prakriti is manifestation of the Advaita Brahman. It is the projection of the Brahman with the three gunas of sattva, rajas, tamas. That is the phenomenal world. And this has come the part of the Vedas. It is also constituted of time, space and causation. This Prakriti. Prakriti lies in time, space and causation. There is a time frame. There is Akasha, there is some kind of space provided to this Prakriti. We see this earth, we see these planets, we see these stars, some kind of Akasha space have been provided. And the causation, something, there is some causal force behind it, which gives rise to all these elements of the Prakriti which are constituted of sattva, rajas and tamas gunas, the qualities, the primal qualities. It is manifested universe. This manifested universe expands into infinitude. To us, our place appear to be a small place, a small town in this state, in this country, on the map of the world. But in reality, although the small space that right now we are sitting here, this expands into infinitude. This space doesn't have the present space it doesn't have its own existence as such. In reality, it is part of the huge expanse. Infinite is the expanse of this universe. And we are just a small, tiny fraction of it. It is therefore designated as all-pervading. This entire universe is all-pervading. This is not the limit. It is limitless. Therefore, it is imperishable. It is all-pervading. Sarva-gataṁ. It is everywhere. It is in all the directions. There is no limit that after 100 kilometers it will stop, after 1000 kilometers it will stop, after maybe hundreds and thousands of kilometers it will stop. There is nothing beyond this galaxy and all that. No. It is all pervading. For this reason, having come out of Brahman, the supercosmic intelligence, this cosmos itself beams with intelligence. And the moment there is intelligence, the intelligence is again personified, is projected as the Vedas. This entire Satchidanandam, the existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute, it is all pervading. It is imperishable, the Satchidananda. And the moment we say knowledge, the intelligence, this entire creation, the Prakriti, the Brahman, it is all, it beams with intelligence. And from where this intelligence comes? It comes from the Vedas. Who has given the Vedas? Brahman has given the Vedas. And karma has come as a result of the Vedas, the absolute intelligence, the absolute knowledge. For this reason, it is styled as Veda. This phenomena is again in a constant state of flux, constantly changing. We never remain same. Every moment we are changing. Likewise, like we are changing every moment, this entire creation is in the state of flux, ever changing. As such, karma and cosmos are equated. When karma is performed perfectly and with the best of motives, it becomes yajña. Anything done with the best of the motives, anything done with the detached spirit, without attaching our actions with the fruits of actions, that becomes yajña. Because it is in a sacrificial mode. It is in the mode of giving up. Then you are not attached to what I'm going to get if I do this. That going to get thing doesn't remain when you are doing karma in the nishkarmya mode, without attaching it to any of the fruits. Eating, for example, may be done as an act of glorifying the divinity cherished enshrined in one. Why I am eating? My eating food is an oblation to the one who is dwelling inside. It is a yajna. My eating food is yajna. My breathing in the air is yajna. My listening to the word of God, my listening to the divine words is an act of yajna. So that is my touching the Lord, the idol, the feet of the Lord, the feet of the deity, the feet of my chosen ideal is a performance of yajna. And this I am performing through all the senses. So when all my senses I am doing these actions with the angle of, with the consciousness of the divinity, then it becomes yajna. Living itself is turned into yajna when directed to the services of the divine. An earthly government becomes ideal when people are law abiding. Everything, when everybody is abiding the laws, it is a Rama Rajya. There is no ill doing, there is no unethical, there is no immoral act being done. On a higher level still, when people take to the performance of yajna, the functioning of universe itself becomes elevated and sublime. When all the people they get engaged in their activities that they are doing day to day as a worship to the Lord, as a divine act, automatically there is no fear of any ill doing, there is no fear of any immoral action, there is no fear of anything, any sinful doing. The universe is therefore stated to be ever centered in the yajna. Prakriti never does anything with the selfish motive. The forces of nature, they don't do anything with the intention of keeping anything to itself. It is always for the others. And therefore, it is said that everything, that the natural forces, they are all constantly doing, engaged in doing the act of yajna, doing the act of sacrifice. Now, it is possible for man also to convert this earth into heaven if all of us start working with this attitude of performing sacrifices. If all of us start acting in a giving up spirit, give rather than take. And sacrifice is sure means of it, yes. And therefore Krishna says, get into this mode. Constantly be in the mode of acting, mode of doing an action with the unselfish attitude. And that is a great karma. The scheme of nature verily is centered on yajna. The natural forces, they are performing yajna. Why can't we? Let us get into that spirit of constantly centered in performing the selfless actions. That is what Sri Krishna's advice in this particular 15th shloka is to not only to Arjuna but to all of us. So that is our reading of the 15th shloka of the Karma Yoga of Srimad Bhagavad Gita today. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ram Krishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Swami.